we'll go ahead and start. We gave everybody about 5 minutes to kind of get logged in. First of all, I want to thank you everybody for attending. We used to run these meetings in person, but I kind of feel like it's maybe a little bit more conducive and easier for everybody to be at home and doing this. So I see some thumbs up. But yeah, appreciate all the parents and obviously all the coaches who are volunteering this fall. My name's Jeff Petty. I oversee all the sports programs at Gold Crown Foundation. I used to be more involved in the volleyball, but now we've hired on April Thompson, which with many of you know, and I'll turn it over to her here in a second. But I just wanted to go over a few bullet points. Starting tomorrow morning, we'll be working on the league schedules. We're hoping for those to be posted on Monday, no later than Monday. As you can imagine, it does take a handful of days to kind of put together the big giant puzzle, but we will be starting that process tomorrow. April, in a minute, will kind of give somewhat of an overview of when to expect to play. But one thing I wanted to bring up, this is for coaches only. We do require background checks for all of our coaches. So we have a process where, it's a registration through the team sideline platform, but we just want to make sure that every coach completes their background checks before their first matches on September 29th. So if you have not done so, please get that taken care of as soon as possible. And if you have any questions, let April or I know. We can kind of help with that process. One thing I did want to mention that, it's kind of a fine bullet on our website, but everybody does make the postseason. The postseason will be played on November 3rd. So the schedule that comes out on Monday will just be regular season. So it'll be a 5-week season that you'll see on your schedule. But the 6th week, which again is November 3rd, everybody will be playing that day. So please anticipate, that on your calendars. It'll be in the same time frame as the rest of the season. Nothing should be too crazy with that, but just wanted to make sure that was on everybody's radars. Yeah, so I think those are the bullets that I was going to wanted to touch base on. I'll kind of chime in periodically, but I'll turn it over to April Thompson, who's our volleyball director, and she kind of oversees the whole fall league. So April, I'll turn it over to you.
Hi, welcome. Thank you guys. It'll be nice to put names with faces. I really look forward to meeting you all, and I appreciate you guys playing with Gold Crown Volleyball. I just want to give you a brief background. Gold Crown, our volleyball used to be a lot smaller. We kind of met and we were hearing from parents. A lot of people are coming up to me and saying, we need a place for our kids to play. We cannot compete with club. We don't want to compete with club. They have a great thing going, but we want to give kids a place to play where they can improve their skills and it's cost effective. So that is our whole goal. So we appreciate you guys playing with us. We're really excited for this season. We have 3 leagues basically in one. So we have the bronze division, which is basically for beginners, the silver and gold division, which was like team-based competitive, and then the high school division. The bronze division is a practice play model. That schedule, just so you guys know, even though it's not out, you're not going to know what teams you play. You will practice every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. If you're on the bronze team, your practice will be at 8 a.m. And then at 9 a.m., you guys will play one match and then you'll be done at 10 a.m. And that will not change. The court may change, but that will be the same for every week, except postseason. Like Jeff said, that might be a little different because we usually play 2 games on the postseason, but that schedule will come out later. For the silver and gold teams, you guys will play Sundays, 2 games between 10:30 and 4:30. Again, we apologize, schedules are not out. We had one of our teams that had put in quite a few teams, Arvada West. They're still working out their teams and stuff, but we should have that out the latest on Monday. But again, silver and gold teams, you will play 2 games on Sunday between 10:30 and 4:30. Practices were not included in the silver and gold division. If you came in on a team, your coach probably already has your practices going. If you did not, we are finding coaches, and 90% of them will be practicing on Friday evenings. That being said, we do still need coaches. If you guys know of any high school students, college students, if you guys have any experience, we have a great handbook to help you, and we will be there to assist. And it's a lot of fun, and you could really make a difference in some players' lives. And I will be there every step of the way if you're interested. The high school division is also a practice play model. All those teams will practice from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Sundays, and then they will have 2 games at 6 and 7 p.m. So again, I know that's a lot in whatever division you're in, but that's kind of the overview for the divisions. If you guys have any questions, feel free to chat them in the chat box, or you can ask at the end, because I do know this is a lot of information that we're going over quickly. As far as uniforms, we give every player a jersey. You'll get those the first day of games. And they can just wear anything underneath. It's a reversible jersey, and then any color shorts. We highly recommend they wear knee pads. It is not required, but I would say 98% of the players do wear knee pads, and it will be helpful, especially as the players get a little more aggressive. And again, we don't have those. We don't supply those, but we will supply the jersey. As far as referees, referees will only be for the silver and gold division and the high school divisions. We just did not include that in, but we'll get parents to help out and coaches. And we do ask parents to help out with line judging and keeping score. We do have videos online if anyone needs help to do that. And I will be there every week if anyone needs help with scoring. It's just a basic rally scoring. We will get our rules posted. We're just fine tuning a few things that we had to change. If you played with us before, odds are they have not changed, but we'll get those posted on the website as well. Again, I know I've sent out a lot of emails. I know we put out, but we really need coaches. We're offering parents 50% off their registration if you want to coach. If a couple of you want to team up, that would be great. But all of our youth development programs are based on volunteer coaches. So we really do need some help. If you guys know anybody, send them my way. If you know any high school students that are available, college students, neighbors, anything that might be, anyone that might be available to coach, we will find you a coach. We have never in the history of Gold Crown turned a team away because we could not find a coach. So please don't worry about that. I know it's getting a little close, but we will find coaches for the teams. As far as rosters, if you do not have a coach listed yet, unfortunately, Team Sideline doesn't let us post the rosters. So as soon as we get, if you have not gotten an email or you don't have your team, that means or if you can't see your roster, that means your coach has not done their background check and we can't post the rosters. Now, some of you again, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, just to jump in on that. Also, Team Sideline will not allow us to build the schedules without the coach involved. So, coaches out there, just please get that background check done as soon as possible, because that'll help us kind of expedite that process. Just wanted to add that in there.
Yeah, for sure. So again, that's a lot of questions. I know we went over the schedule, we went over the jerseys. We're going to have a great time, but Miranda, I would have to look up. I can look it up and email you. Unfortunately, if I get out of this screen, I'm not savvy enough to get back in it, but I will look it up and see what division your daughter is, and I can email you as soon as the meeting's over. Does anyone have any other questions? Kira, our media director, just wanted to briefly talk about some really exciting things we're doing, and then we'll kind of end it with some more questions, but please keep typing and we'll answer them as they come. Kira?
Hi, everyone. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that everyone is going to get weekly emails through Constant Contact. Most of you are subscribed to this. There's about 15 of you that are unsubscribed. So if you want to contact me or April or Jeff and put you back on that email list, we can do that. We'll put our emails in the chat. We also want to make sure that everyone is getting content that we're capturing. So we're going to take pictures and videos every week and be posting those on our social media channels. So if you ever want to see those, just log on to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're all on there. And we also are going to be doing Team of the Week and Coach of the Week every week, where everyone can nominate either coaches or players. And you can send me an email to nominate, and we'll highlight them that week in the email and on our social channels. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, but we just want to make sure we're connected in every way. So thank you.
One thing I wanted to add, thanks for adding that, Kira. I'm seeing a lot of questions about where are the games being played. So our facility is the Gold Crown Fieldhouse. We're located kind of near the Belmar shopping area in Lakewood. Our specific address is 150 South Harlan Street. We have our 8-court volleyball facility, and right next door is a large baseball complex that kind of looks like a miniature Coors Field where the Rockies play. So, I'd say the closest main intersection is probably Sheridan and Alameda. But Harlan is, a mile west of that. So, anyways, again, that's 150 South Harlan Street in Lakewood. And so that's where every Sunday, if you're participating, that's where everything's going to take place. So April, maybe touch base on, rosters and specifically for maybe the bronze and silver divisions and how that process is going with what team each kid's on and that sort of thing.
Right. So for the bronze division, again, those schedules are pretty, like I said, everyone will practice at 8 a.m. and then you'll play at 9 a.m. We are working on the rosters. The third and fourth, I need one more coach for third and fourth grade division, and then the fifth and sixth grade, those teams, we need like 3 coaches. I think we only have 1 so far. I have a lot of emails out and a lot of people that have expressed interest, but again, you do have to do, until we get you signed up through the background check, I can't assign you to a team. And it's a pretty easy commitment. It's a 45-minute practice, and then again a match, usually from 45 minutes to an hour. We have a very detailed practice plan that we worked on that you can use, you can as a guide, or you can use it completely. But we've sent it to a few other coaches and they told us it's very helpful. And again, we'll be there to help you as well. If you want to coach, we would love to have you. And again, that's for the bronze division, and that's all on Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. But we do need some coaches to sign up. Everyone is on a roster, but again, like we said, you probably can't see it because we don't have the coach isn't assigned yet, if that makes sense to everybody.
So how long it will take to update that rosters? Like, what's your expectation to get that coaches, and you would be like updating that roster, and then we would be able, we will be able to see our kids the names there, or how it will work?
We're hoping, I mean, as soon as the teams get a coach assigned to it, we'll get it out. But I'm hoping, I really would like to have this all wrapped up by Monday at the latest, because we'd like to get all the schedules out as well. So again, people are coming in, they're offering volunteering. And again, if any of you have any experience, a lot of it's just having really good energy and some basic knowledge of volleyball. And like I said, we have a really good practice handbook to help, I'm hoping by Monday at the latest, as long as we have a coach assigned to it.
Okay, thank you. Do you have any helpline number, if just in case we have some questions or something immediately, like something?
You can email me. I always get back to people quickly. I get my email is athompson, THOMP. I'll type it in for you guys so you'll have it.
Okay,
But
thank
the
you.
email's probably the best. You can always call me, but I pride myself on getting back to people quickly. And if it's really important, just let me know and put it in the note. But I'm really good at getting back to people, and feel free to contact me anytime. You can also call me and I'll put my number and extension down. And again, you can call Jeff as well, but honestly, I'm probably the one that knows. I mean, he'll probably just refer you to me, but if it's something immediate, usually there's always someone at Gold Crown that can help you. Does anyone have any other questions?
So I see a few questions about being placed on a roster. So April's working pretty tirelessly on that. She's putting a lot of hours into that. As you can imagine, it's quite the process. Not everybody is placed on a team yet, but over the next couple of days that will take place. The objective is by the time that the schedules come out on Monday, everybody will be formally on a roster, and come Monday, you'll know your exact schedule, you'll know what team you're going to be placed on and that sort of thing. Kids that are playing in the bronze division, again, this is on Sunday mornings starting at 8 a.m. Everybody plays all at the same time at 8 a.m. So, definitely plan to arrive then. Teams that play in the gold and silver, that's a little bit different. Like April alluded to, everybody plays 2 matches each Sunday. And it could range. You know, you could play, the first match is going to be at 10:30. The last one will start at 3:30. And you know, you can be anywhere in between. Again, it's just 2 matches. We don't have them spread out. So you'll either play back to back or there'll be 1 hour in between. So for example, you'll either play at 10:30 and 11:30 or 10:30 and 12:30. You know, 1:30 and 2:30, 1:30 and 3:30, that sort of thing. So that's kind of what to expect if you're in the gold and silver. But again, for the bronze divisions, or for the bronze division, sorry, that's 100% going to take place at 8 a.m. on Sunday mornings is going to be your practice. And then 9 a.m. will be your one match for the day. So hopefully that answers a few questions in that regard. I see a few people talking about, you know, interested in coaching. Email April. April, like she said, she's still looking. So if you have any interest at all, please email her. She'll kind of, you know, take it from there and get you squared away and figure out which team to be on. April, do you see any other questions that are kind of common
Trying to
questions?
How would they register to become a coach? So if you go to the and Miranda, I can send you the link as well. But if you go to the registration page at Gold Crown where you registered your player, and if you click register, instead of doing player, you just do volunteer. But again, I can send that to you directly, and I could probably send a direct email out to everybody just in case anyone wants to register. It is different for each division. So you want to register correctly for the division your child's in. But yeah, it's just, you just click volunteer and give some information, and then they do the background check within the information you give, and then we can assign you to the team.
Yeah,
The only other thing, I apologize, I forgot to bring this up, you guys, is Gold Crown. We pride ourselves on mental health and stuff. We do ask the coaches do a mental health training and a concussion. If you've done a concussion training and have a certificate, you could send it to me. I usually send those out after all the coaches, the links to do those. It doesn't cost anything. It's all through Gold Crown, but we do ask that you do those as well. And again, it's just an extra protection. You're working with children, and with the state, we're required to have those. So, but if you sign up to coach, I will send those out as well.
Sorry, just kind of reading through these questions over here in the chat box.
Once schedules are out, yes, we'll send an email out and let everyone know schedules are out. And I'll also make sure we send an email out as soon as all the rosters are final. And that all comes through Team Sideline. Sometimes people have issues with Team Sideline. So I would just, as long as you've gotten emails from them, I think it'd be okay. But if you haven't gotten anything, just make sure you check your junk email or your spam, but you should be able to get all those emails.
I do see people talking a little bit about practice time, possibly on Fridays. I don't know, April, if you want to quickly touch base on that.
Right. So the silver division, we started the silver division, and it used to just be team based. And then parents told us, hey, we have kids that don't necessarily have a team. So we decided we'll try and place like kids together. And because again, we don't want to turn anyone away. So the silver teams, those are games only on Sundays, and practices. People are having a hard time getting practices. So Gold Crown was able to secure some gym time on Friday evenings if your team needs to practice there. Unfortunately, it is not built into the cost of the volleyball league, but we are getting it at a great discounted price. So if your team of 9 people practice for 6 weeks for an hour, it averages out to an extra like $30 per kid or something. But we would have to book that through the facilities department at Gold Crown. Now, if you want to be a coach and you have a connection to, say, Creighton, you're a teacher at Creighton Middle School or Dean Elementary, and you have a connection at any of those schools, as the coach, you can set your practices whenever you want. But again, your team would probably have to pay for that. We're just doing the Friday night thing for teams that don't have any other options, and we're finding practice time is really hard to come by. And so that's basically our option for teams that we're assigning the coaches to as well.
One thing to add to that, somebody asked about do bronze teams practice possibly on Friday? No, bronze teams will not. Bronze teams, they practice 100% at 8 a.m. every Sunday. and 100% they will play their one and only match for the day at 9 a.m. So hopefully that answers that question. I do see, if you're interested in volunteering, would you be assigned to your child's team or a different team? April does a great job at putting coaches with their kids, so I would say that that's pretty much guaranteed. And so if you are interested, again, just communicate that with April. Maybe just send her an email and she'll kind of walk you through the steps on, how to get sign up as a volunteer, take care of the background check, all that stuff. It's being on a Zoom, it's kind of tough to show everybody how to do that, but we can follow up that information tomorrow with anybody who's interested.
And just to piggyback off what Jeff was saying, we get a lot of roster requests. I mean, I spend hours trying to honor the roster requests. We never 100% guarantee it because sometimes it's not possible. For example, 15 kids that go to the same school want to be on the same team and we just can't put that many. But 100%, I am diligent at trying to get the rosters, getting your kiddo playing with whoever they want. Sometimes I make mistakes, sometimes I overlook it. So once the rosters do come out, and if it's wrong, please don't freak out. Just send me an email. And again, if it's my mistake, we'll fix it. And sometimes, like I said, 95% of the time we can honor those requests. Once in a while, we just can't. And usually it's just because there's too many kids or something requesting the same team.
I know we're kind of fielding a lot of questions over here in the chat box, but if anybody has any specific questions, feel free to unmute yourself and ask your questions on the platform.
I have a question. Do we have the gold teams? How many gold teams do we have playing each other? And will it be silver and gold playing each other or gold playing gold?
It's divided. So gold will be playing gold. There's 6 teams as of now. And again, I still have a couple teams. We're still tweaking a few things. We have 6 teams in the gold division, 6 are in the 7th grade division, 6 teams in the gold 8th grade division. But we did separate silver and gold this year. And so we were hoping for a few more teams. We were actually going to ask if anyone that brought in a silver team, if they want to move up to gold, just to get a few more teams. Our silver division is pretty big, but so far, most of the coaches I've spoken with would rather stay in the silver. But no, you will, if Emily, I think you're in the gold, if I remember correctly. So
Yep.
yeah. So Emily, I think because you registered your team as a gold, it automatically did your background check. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were in the gold division. So you know how
Okay.
you did that coach registration? I believe so, unless you did it as manager. So I will check because it's kind of a quirky little thing. If you registered as the manager, it wouldn't have done the background, but if you did do it as coach, it did the background.
I think it did.
But I will
Just let
check
me
and
know.
get that to you. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks
Perfect.
for asking me. I appreciate it. And it's nice to put a name with a face.
Yeah, same here.
Emily and I have
April.
spent hours talking like since June, I think.
I know. My whole team's so stoked, and your facilities are beautiful and everything's been great. We absolutely love our Friday night practices, and the staff is so friendly, and again, the facilities are top notch. So thanks so much for having us.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
that,
Emily.
Emily.
We're
Thank
really
you.
looking forward to it.
So we are going to record this meeting, and so you can reference it later on. We still have a few more minutes to open it up to any questions, but one thing I wanted to add, I don't know if we've touched base on it yet, April, but so again, this is for gold and silver only. We will be asking for volunteer parents to either line judge or score keep for each match. We kind of rely on the coaches to appoint whomever that is. There are on our website on the Fall Volleyball League web page, there are training videos for both of those, scorekeeper training and line judge training. And so we've had those videos up for probably 3 or 4 years now, and they usually get watched a lot. So I would highly suggest kind of maybe especially before Sunday the 29th, kind of having your ducks in a row for that, especially for that first weekend. So maybe try to appoint somebody, not the day of or on the court. Maybe try to do it a couple days beforehand so they can have an opportunity to watch those training videos. So they're a good resource. Again, they're on our webpage. I think if you scroll down a little bit, they're on blue boxes, and you click on them and it takes you to a YouTube video. So wanted to make sure that we touch base on that. Referees, I think April mentioned this, but referees, we're only hiring referees for the silver and gold, and also the high school league that happens later in the evening. So the development league in the morning, the bronze division, that will not have referees. So we do ask the coaches to kind of contribute there. Again, if you have parents or somebody that wants to step in, great. So just wanted to touch base on that. And I think April talked about knee pads, but again, highly, highly recommended. Kids who dive around without knee pads, you could imagine how much that hurts their knees. So maybe communicate that with your parents.
And again, I just want to reiterate, you guys, I am available. Email me. Tonight, email would be best, but I'm in the office. I'm working nonstop on volleyball right now. We also run some other things, but volleyball is my main priority. And we just really want to make this fun and a learning experience for your players. But email me. I'm available if you have any questions or concerns. If you want to coach, if you know someone that wants to coach, please get in touch with me, because we do need coaches. And we can't, like usually you coach your own team, but we had a couple parents last season that said, we'll coach, but I don't want to coach my daughter's team. She actually did a different league just because she wanted to give back. So that's a possibility too, but I know we're all busy. But if you want to coach, please do. And again, for any of our coaches, I will give you a 50% refund on your child's registration.
Lastly, I just wanted to touch base game rules. We've had a few people ask about game rules. Those will also be ready to go by Monday when the schedules are released. So we will make sure that we include it in the email. Which, by the way, look for an email when when the schedules are posted. You'll get an email through Team Sideline saying schedules are posted. Probably be a link to our website, that sort of thing. Anyways, in that we'll also include an attachment for the game rules, and we will also post that up on our website. So those should be ready to go by then. The game rules, good question. Everybody will get an email saying that the schedules are posted. So not just the coaches, everybody, all the parents will also get an email. And so you should receive those game rules in that attachment of that email. And again, if you don't see that email, sometimes the emails come from Team Sideline. So, come Tuesday morning, if you're like, well, I thought we were supposed to get an email by now, check your junk folders, check your spam folders, because sometimes Team Sideline emails end up in that folder on people's emails. So make sure you check there. If you still don't see it, reach out to us, or you can just go directly to our website, goldcrownfoundation.com. And again, this is the Fall Volleyball League, and those schedules will be posted up there.
Does anyone have anything else? I know it's a lot. And again, the silver division, I think, is the most confusing for everyone. But if you did not come in on a team, if you're an individual coming in, you signed up as an individual and you have not heard, or you haven't started practices, odds are your practices will be Friday evenings at Gold Crown, unless the coach has another connection somewhere. And again, we're working diligently. A few teams did start practicing this Friday, but we're hoping everyone will at least be able to start practicing next Friday. Please, again, do not freak out. We will make this work. Never in the history of Gold Crown have we turned a team away, and we will not this time. We will make it work, but we do need some help with coaching. So if you guys know anyone, please, please let me know.
Trying to get to everybody's questions over here, which obviously there's a lot, but I see one about parent expectations. So when you registered your child, you did agree to, we have some guidelines and that sort of thing, no tolerance policy, that sort of thing. For the gold and silver and the high school divisions, your referees, again, they will be paid referees. And for the most part, we actually do a pretty cool program that we hire mostly high school current athletes. So they'll be volleyball players. Since we play on Sundays, they're available to work. We do ask everybody to be very patient with them. Again, they're high school kids up there. Yes, it's a paid position, but just kind of keep it in the back of your mind that sometimes they're going through trainings. We do have a lot of returning referees, but there inevitably will be some new referees up on the stand. So just be patient with them, treat them with respect. And, sometimes, unfortunately, we've had experiences in the past where, coaches and parents try to intimidate them and that sort of thing. So that kind of falls under that zero tolerance policy that I referenced. Rarely do we have to kick anybody out of our league, but it has happened. And, we just ask everybody to kind of, just be good sports and cheer on your team and support your kid and that sort of thing. Don't get into arguments with the other parents of the other team or anything like that. So, yeah, I just wanted to touch base on that. And
on
zero,
that, like, rarely do we have an issue, but there is always a Gold Crown supervisor there. I'll be there. Jeff will be there. We have a few other people that are there. If there ever is a heated issue, come find us. This is our job. We're trained in, doing that. And so before anything happens, or before if another parent comes up to you, anything, just come find us. I mean, and like I said, usually it never happens especially in volleyball. But if it does, come find us, because we will nip it in the bud. When you register your child, you do agree. There is like a waiver, and then you kind of agree to the expectations. And like Jeff said, we have the zero tolerance up there and stuff. But again, we're all there for the same reason, for these kids to have fun and learn. And so it's going to be a great season, you guys. This is just going to be awesome.
super excited. Yeah. And like April said, if you guys need us, we're usually located in the lobby. For those of you that haven't been to our facility, you're going to walk in the front doors and you're going to see a big lobby, and then another set of doors that you enter to go to the gym. But typically we have a table set up front, excuse me, and that's where our staff will be located. So, and we're also walking around the gym and checking on things. But if for some reason you can't find us on the court, more than likely we're going to be up in the lobby. Oh, one other thing that reminds me, we do have through Children's Hospital, we have an athletic trainer available. So Band-Aids, hopefully nobody has any broken bones or any serious injuries, but there is an athletic trainer there at all times. They're located kind of towards the end of the gym off of volleyball court 6, but they're there and they have their own trainer's room, for privacy reasons, or if they need to come out on the court, they will. So if you need support in that regard, there'll be an athletic trainer available. Seating for spectators, we have bleachers along the perimeter of each court. There will also be team benches for the players to sit on. So, they are metal bleachers. We do allow, camping chairs, that sort of thing, if make sure it doesn't booger up our hardwood floor. But, otherwise there's, metal bleachers that are, I think it's 3 rows, and usually that accommodates a full team of spectators. So
We'll have 7 courts, and 7 courts for the volleyball games, and they will all be labeled. So it should be pretty easy for everyone to find. And again, if you can't, just ask us. It gets hectic the first day, and especially if you haven't been there, we'll be there to help you guys. Spectators do not pay to come into Gold Crown. We pride ourselves on not charging anyone to come watch their kids. Sometimes if you ever have had to pay, it would be for a club event or someone that's renting out Gold Crown, but we never charge for our youth development activities. Again, Aaron, yeah, the silver division was explained on the website. It did not include, the fee only included games. It did not include practices. And so she will have to pay a little extra. Again, it's not much. We were able to get a really good discounted rate. And so once we divide it up amongst the team, and depending how many are on our team, I think most teams have 9 or 10 players. It won't be more than like $35 for this season.
And Aaron, I do want to add to that, Aaron, to your question. The reason for that is because the silver division is kind of the one unique division that comprises of teams that may already pre-exist. Maybe it's a Diablin team, for an example, and they already have their own practice time. They practice at their schools or whatever it might be. But it also consists of teams that, like April alluded to, that she is forming the roster. And so those are the teams that you know, do they have practice time? Maybe not. If they don't, then, you know, that's what that extra Friday practice allotted time is for. And if that is the case, then, you know, there is a small fee that's included on top of, you know, the fee that you already paid. But that's the reason why there might be a little bit of confusion there, is because that silver division, you know, there's teams that, you know, there's different teams. You know, there's some that are already existing that practice outside of us, but then there's also going to be teams that need practice time. So we've kind of carved out that Friday gym time in case a team does need practice space.
Emily, our jerseys are awesome. There might be a picture on the website, but they're basically blue and white reversible jerseys. They and like I said, I think they're on the website. If you look,
They're kind of a tank top style.
Yeah.
You know, with it being female athletes, a lot of athletes sometimes wear, you know, a shirt underneath it or whatever. It's totally up to the players. But last year we transitioned to this new jersey that's a reversible style, and the kids actually really like it. You know, it's not super tight on them. It's kind of more of a baggier fit for most kids, and it seemed to we've had good response, good feedback for it. So like April said, I'm sure you could probably find a picture somewhere on our website of girls, you know, kids wearing that jersey.
Yeah, they're really good quality. And yes, we do give the coaches their gold yellow coaches shirts. We'll have those the first day for all our coaches, the first day of games. So they'll be up front, just come see us staff, but we do have shirts for the coaches.
Really important questions, I know, but my whole team was
Hey!
curious.
No, it's awesome. The jerseys, they're that style, but they're a little different. Like, they have a pretty big gold crown on them, but they are that style. But yeah, it's just a reversible blue and white. And we went with those because that we're trying to just be more uniform and make sure that they'll work for everybody. But yeah, I think you guys will like them for sure.
And the players get to keep them. They're yours to keep. So like April said, that's included in the fee. So we only have a couple more minutes here. You know, I'm sure there'll be questions that come up down the road. If so, email April or I. I'm happy to help. You know, over the next couple of days, like I said, we're going to be kind of crunching pretty hard to get everybody on rosters and schedules built. So, you know, April, I know mentioned that we pride ourselves on getting back to everybody as soon as possible. We will get back to you, but just bear in mind that we are kind of busy right now. And yeah, you know, again, really thankful and grateful that, you know, you obviously chose to participate in Gold Crown. We've been running this league since our facility opened in 2003. So, you know, we're going on what, 21, 22 seasons of doing this. It's evolved quite a bit, but it's super exciting. It's one of our more favorite programs, just simply because the players are so excited to be there and they enjoy themselves so much. It's definitely one of our more popular sports that we offer, and super excited to see everybody. Can't believe it's right around the corner, but it's coming and we're excited. April, any last minute
Yeah, I
things
just
to
want to
add?
tell you guys, thank you guys so much. And again, like Jeff said, we're here for you guys. Our primary motivation is that these kids have a great time. You know, we want them to learn, we want them to have a great time. That's why we brought back the high school. We haven't had the high school league in a few years, probably pre-COVID. And our whole idea behind that is we want to give kids a chance to play, whether it's they play with us for 1 year, get great and go make their high school team, or they just play for fun. I mean, whatever level they are, I'm getting a lot of questions about, hey, our kid hasn't played a lot. They're going to be fine. I promise. This is a great place. We're going to have some great coaches. We have some great plans, and we're just going to have a really good time, I think, this season. And we just really, truly appreciate all your support. But if you guys need anything, seriously, contact us. That is why we are here. Whether you've played with us a lot, whether you're first times, call us. I mean, email us. We're here. We want to connect with you. I look forward to meeting you guys all on the 29th, and we're really going to have a great season. But let me know if you guys need anything, and find me coaches if you can. You'll be my hero. I might have a chocolate chip cookie for you too.
Well, great. Well, again, thanks again, everybody, for coming. April and I will kind of stick on for a few more minutes. So if you have any last minute questions, feel free to unmute yourself and ask us personally. But again, thanks again, everybody, for coming, and keep an eye out for your emails for additional communication, and send us an email if you have any questions after tonight. So thanks again and appreciate your time.